My dearest husband, first, I'd like to say congratulations to you. I'd like to remind you how you have made a positive impact on so many people in your short time here on Earth. You truly deserve this recognition. You started out at CMU as a math major. I believe then moved to accounting. I know you didn't understand at the time exactly where all this knowledge would lead you, and as the story goes, you just wanted to wear a suit and tie.
Well, apparel inspiration must run deep in this family, because I wanted to be a business lady so that I could carry a briefcase to work, just like you. Seriously though, let me take a moment to share my favorite Ricoism with the group, which is, it's good to have the answer to the question. It's better to have the answer to the right question.
I'll never forget what you said. You told me to approach the game just like I should approach life. Never forget the 3 A's. Anticipate, act, and something else. Okay, so maybe I forgot part, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And honestly, batting 600 still gets me into Cooperstown, right? That ability you have to distill everything down to the lowest common denominator is what enabled you to excel at your career and ultimately brought us here tonight. I wanted to share some of my favorite Ricoisms that have helped me progress throughout my career and have stuck with me. And in case anyone happens to have a bingo card lying around, now would be the time to grab a pen. 'Tis good to have the right answer to the question, but 'tis better to have the answer to the right question. I still use this phrase whenever I mentor people in the workplace and in life. One can never have too many corkscrews. To never take yourself too seriously. Find where the derivative equals 0. Once a math major, always a math major. Always finding the optimal solution. Does it tie? You'll forever be known as a bean counter, but making sure the equation is balanced is very important in both life and work. Anticipate, then act with authority. Look, remember that 3rd A. But the words that have stuck with me and been most useful in my life, pick it up. I'm going alone. Chin chin, Dad. Congrats.
Rico's path to this induction today began with a cold call made by me over a decade ago to his office. That morphed into him coming back to campus, and over those years, he has been involved in dialogue days, in New Venture. He's been an executive in residence for an 8-week program on campus. He supported the Michigan Finance Scholars, spoke to the Wall Street Journal Club. He's been a commencement speaker. He's named a conference room, and he currently still serves on our roundtable. And even during his visit for this event, he's also speaking in classes to finance students.
Last spring, I had to get a tooth extracted, and I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. So I went to the, dentist, got it done. My face blew up like a pumpkin, and Rico was coming in to speak that day. Rico saw me immediately and then just took over the class. He could see that there's I could barely speak. I mean, the freezing was still in. I'm mumbling away or whatever it is. I just moved to the back of the class and I just let Rico take over. So that's just someone who sees the situation and immediately reacts and says, look, I can handle it.
The most impressive thing to me that Rico's done for CMU is to teach a class based on his real world business problems that he faced at General Motors, and to impart that wisdom and help students work through those problems. In fact, if he offers the class again, I think I might sign up to take it.
And he would assign the cases to students and then have them come into the class and have these robust discussions about how would you address these issues, what recommendations would you make, and then many times he wouldn't even tell them that it was a case that he was personally involved in. And so at the end, to have the denouement where he would say, well, actually, I was one of the leaders in the situation. This is what we actually did, makes the learning by the students so much more relevant and applicable to their careers.
I have to say one thing to you and show you this book called Cost Accounting, A Managerial Emphasis by Charles T. Horngren, 3rd edition. Please never lose your copy, as I will never let my copy get out of my library. All the best to you, my friend. Congratulations.